In the early decades of the 19th century, the American West beckoned with promises of opportunity, adventure, and a new beginning. The period from the 1840s to the early 1860s marked a significant migration westward, as thousands of hopeful souls set out to carve their futures in untamed lands. This mass movement was fueled by a confluence of factors, each compelling individuals and families to leave behind the familiarity of their homes in search of something greater. One of the primary catalysts for this migration was the notion of manifest destiny, the belief that it was the divine right and destiny of the United States to expand its territory across the continent. This ideology permeated the American consciousness, encouraging people to envision a future where they could claim land, establish farms, and build communities in the vast, promising expanse of the West. The allure of fertile land, particularly in places like Oregon and California, drew many settlers. The Oregon Trail, a well-trodden path, became a symbol of hope as families envisioned prosperous farms and a life free from the constraints of the crowded East. Economic hardship also played a pivotal role in this westward migration. The Panic of 1837, a severe economic depression, left many in the East struggling with unemployment, debt, and poverty. For these individuals, the West represented a chance to start anew, to escape the financial ruin that plagued their lives. The discovery of gold in California in 1848 ignited a frenzy of migration, known as the Gold Rush. Thousands rushed westward, driven by the promise of wealth and the chance to strike it rich. The prospect of instant fortune transformed the landscape of migration, as entire families and groups of friends packed their belongings and set off in search of gold, often with little more than hope and determination to guide them. However, the journey to the West was fraught with peril and hardship. The routes were long and treacherous, stretching over thousands of miles through harsh terrain, including mountains, deserts, and rivers. The most famous route, the Oregon Trail, spanned approximately 2,170 miles from Missouri to the Willamette Valley in Oregon. Travelers faced numerous challenges, from inclement weather to the threat of disease. The journey could take anywhere from 4 to 6 months, and many migrants were ill-prepared for the rigors of such an arduous trek. The vastness of the land was both awe-inspiring and intimidating. Migrants traveled in covered wagons, often referred to as prairie schooners, which were not only their means of transport, but also their homes on wheels. Each wagon was typically filled with essential supplies, including food, tools, and personal belongings. Families often traveled in groups for safety and companionship, forming wagon trains that offered a sense of community amid the isolation of the journey. However, even in numbers, they were vulnerable to the elements and the unpredictability of the wilderness. Tragedy struck for many who ventured west, and one of the most harrowing tales of this era is that of the Donner Party. In 1846, a group of American pioneers set out for California, hoping to reach their destination before winter. Led by George Donner, the party consisted of several families who believed they could take a shortcut that would save them time. This decision would prove to be catastrophic. The shortcut was uncharted and fraught with dangers, leading them into the Sierra Nevada mountains as winter set in. As snow began to fall, the Donner Party found themselves trapped, unable to move forward or turn back. Supplies dwindled rapidly and desperation took hold. The harsh conditions forced them to make unimaginable choices. Starvation set in, and some resorted to cannibalism to survive. The rescue efforts that followed were fraught with difficulty, as rescuers battled the same treacherous weather and terrain that had ensnared the party. Ultimately, only a fraction of the original group survived, their story a chilling reminder of the risks associated with westward expansion. The tale of the Donner Party serves as a cautionary example of the perils of migration, illustrating the fine line between hope and despair that defined the experience of many pioneers. Yet despite these challenges, the allure of the West continued to draw people in. The promise of land, opportunity, and a fresh start remained irresistible. settlers established farms, towns, and communities, transforming the landscape and contributing to the nation's growth. In the years that followed, the westward migration would shape the very identity of the United States. The struggles and triumphs of those early pioneers laid the groundwork for the development of the American West, a region rich in diversity, culture, and history. Their journeys, marked by hardship and resilience, became woven into the fabric of the nation's narrative, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and the relentless pursuit of a better life. As we reflect on this era of American history, it is essential to acknowledge the complexities of westward expansion. While many sought prosperity and a new beginning, this migration also had profound implications for indigenous peoples, whose lands and ways of life were irrevocably altered. The stories of those who journeyed westward are interlaced with themes of ambition, resourceful, and the consequences of expansion, reminding us that history is often a tapestry of triumph and tragedy. In conclusion, the westward migration of the 1840s to the early 1860s was a monumental chapter in American history, driven by a myriad of motivations and fraught with challenges. The journey to the West was not merely a physical relocation. It was a quest for identity, opportunity, and a place in a rapidly changing world. The lessons learned from this era continue to resonate, urging us to examine the complexities of our past as we navigate the present and future.